Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some new mods, we've got some updates to the map Lunof by Falz Agra. That says a new save game is recommended. The map Staroviec by Grignac and Favre. Now I'm going to say this, there are some notes, I'm going to read these out because it's quite important. It says, a new save game is not required, but due to the change in the number of density height types channels, all loose items on the ground, such as lime, potatoes, straw, etc., will disappear from the saves. Additionally, due to the change in buckwheat cultivation period, it may be necessary to remove the current buckwheat crops and sow them again. So if you're on that map, if you're using it already, if you're using those things, it's had quite a few updates already. That's what it's saying on this last one, so just be careful of that. We have also then got the map Farmlands. That says new save game shouldn't be required. We've got the Rolmeco Front Roller Twin Disc by JMZ, the Metal Haylofts by Martin CZ, and the Wooden Honey Shed by Zero Farmer. They have all had updates. So first off, we've got this. This is the Shed House 6x1. This is, well, 12 slots, 20,000. There are 4 versions of this. They're identical apart from one's standard. Well, you'll see one's wood, one's that whitewashed, one's black, and I think the final one was red, I think it is. We'll have a look. By Granjeiro Gamer, Vergamini Modding and Lostgamer. 35.08 megabytes download, build mode, and we want farmhouses. And it's got a lot going on with this as well. So as I say, if we come into a space here, there's your wooden one, like that. Then we've got that one, the whitewashed, the one I've put out. We've got that one there, black. And then we've got that one there, red. Like so. Now, these have a water point built in for getting water, a fuel point, so a little gas station built in. We've got a workshop trigger, which is repair and repaint, so not just repair only, so like a main vehicle one. Over the back, we've got pallet storage, not bale and pallet storage. 100 items this will take. Putting in is done there. Then we come over to here and click on whatever item we've got in there, and it will put them out into this bit here. So bale and pallet storage. All of these windows open and close, which is rather nice. We've got a light switch out here for the inside. I love the way they flicker on. Very cool feature. If we come through into the bunkhouse, so we've got the bunkhouse area here. And again, all these windows can open and close if you want them to, depending on the weather conditions. If we come through to this, so this is our bunkhouse area. Sleep and wardrobe trigger in here. And we had a light switch, where was it? This side of the door or behind the door? There is a light switch somewhere. I know because I found it. But there is a light switch. Which I now can't find. So yeah, a lot going on. A lot of things it can do, will do. That's annoyed me. Where is that light switch? Never mind, not the end of the world. So there we go. The Shed House 6x1. Next up, we've got this. This is the Ferret calf stall. Not ferrets. They're not new to game. It's just called the Ferret. Or the Feret, it's probably, because I think ferret is spelt differently. Anyway, 10.33 megabytes download, 12 slots, 15,000 to buy. It will hold 20 calves. You can put cows now if you want, but it's designed for calves. It's by MA7 Studio. Build mode. Go to our animals and then down to there. That's where you'll find it. You do need to put water in. Feed trigger is across the front here. And then your straw bedding trigger, if we open the gate here, you have to come in here for the straw bedding trigger. There's our dialog box, just like so. Now, if we come into this menu and go up to our animals, you'll see our ferret calf stall. On the right hand side it says manure and slurry, no liquid manure tank nearby. I haven't placed one, but the manure one said the same thing. It said no manure tank or no manure pit nearby. So I placed this one, which is part of the next mod pack. Once that was placed, it appeared. That being said, I don't think we've got any manure in it yet. That's still showing as 0. So it's a curiosity. We've got water in here, we've got straw in here, we've got total mixed ration. There is a light switch on the end here. Oh, that might be the light switch I was thinking of. There's the light switch for there. It's a nice little addition, really. So you can have that next to your main barn, and you could separate out your calves. Again, how you want to do it is up to you. Ferret calf stall. Next, we've got the Pigsty and Manure Heap, 30.98 megabytes download. This is by Granjeiro, Gamer, Vergamini Modding, and Lostgamer again. It is the heap is 10,000 to buy. Then we've got the Pigsty itself is 13 slots, 60,000 to buy, and will hold 400 pigs. Now, that I then placed here because I thought, well, if that's equidistant, or at least as close as possible, this one will pick up the manure heap. It didn't. So I had to place another one from the pack over this side, which it did pick up, which is bizarre. Anyway, that's the case. So build mode, cross 2 out pigs. And down, there you go, 60 grand. Customization option on this. Now, not the sides, which are yellow. I don't know if you can see close, it's quite hard to tell actually. We'll go into the side there. We've got doors all the way around that. If I click on customize and we change the colour of that, and let's go orange, all the doors and windows change, but the side panels still stay yellow. So that's what the customization option is on that. If we go up there and we come across to our silos, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but yeah, there you go. There's the manure heap just there. Will hold 1 million litres. So dialogue boxes here. We're a little bit raised up the front, I noticed. A little bit off the ground there. Tiny thing. But that could be the ground, not the mod. And there's all sorts of reasons it could be doing it. So we've got 45 out of 400 in here. Light switch at the front here. So that's the exterior lights. We can open and close this door. So if we're going to simulate unloading them here and put them in, you might want to open that just for, you know, immersion. Slurry point is here. We'll go in through this door and close that behind us. These small gates don't open. Actually, that's a good point. This gate here to the side does open, but these ones don't. These small ones here to the side, they don't open. As you can see, our pigs are in here. Water bits coming down. We go right the way through to the other end. We've got a light switch at this end, which does the lights for the whole lot there. We come out of here. This is where our bedding and our pig food goes in. So bedding and pig food. And we should have some manure. Boom. There we go. That one's picking up for some reason. And then we come into here. This door opens and closes. This window opens and closes. We've got this here. So we've got closed curtain side. That does that. So you can close it all up in, well, at night or in inclement weather, or if you don't want to close it at all, you don't have to. Do what you like. These open and close. Light switch just here. For in here. Close that gate on the way out. Not bad at all. The Pigsty and Manure Heap. Next, we've got this. This is the Fendt Safety Weight by RentnerModding. 2.38 megabytes download and 2 slots. We will find it under our weights section. So you'll find it just there. Got bumper big, bumper small. 750 kilo, 550 kilo. No colour options. It comes just like that. It's a bumper weight combined. I've got the Unihide attachment on the back of this. That's why I've got it attached on the back of there. It does have lights and indicators. If we turn the lights off, you can see the indicators a bit better. There you go. So indicators on there as well, and then we can. No, I'm on the wrong thing. We want that. We can raise and lower our weight, like so. Make sure we're on the correct one. There we go. Like that. So that's the Fendt safety weight. Next, on the front, we've got this that just moved. I wasn't intending it to. Just here. So this is the Lizard M44 SR fork by Kaymara and NicoPix's. 3.16 megabytes download. You'll find it at the front load tools, and it is 2 slots. So it's a bale spike. It does say it's got tension straps, fasten tension belts. And you've got the option for tension belts on yes or no in the sort of menu. L1. Well, that's our telehandler. It's this one here. There we go. That does that at the top. So you can either bring it in on the top of bales, depending on how many you've got, maybe 2 or 3. Or if you've got more than that, you can just bring it in and grab the top of a stack, or into the side of the top of a stack Now I have found, or I did find, the tension straps didn't seem to. It was weird. It certainly didn't do the bottom. You watch it work now. If I bring that in there, and then we close that down onto the top, like that. So that holds our bales, but doesn't. Look, it doesn't really actually. It's just pushing it. It's not really grabbing it. I do tension straps on now, so I got fasten, unfasten. Switch to the front so we're on the right thing. Fasten tension belts, unfasten. So let's fasten them. So that should be good now for whatever we do. It's going to work now. Look. Typically, when I did this earlier, the bottom one in the it is moving. The bottom one in the forks, in the spikes, fell out, which I thought was a bit weird. So let's undo tension straps. Do that. Raise that. We should be good to go. If we don't have those on, let's do that without and try that. So it's tension straps on. Yeah, see the bottom one keeps falling out. So I'm not sure about the tension straps. It seems a bit odd. I suppose you're not supposed to tip it up like that, but with the tension strap, well, anyway, yeah, that's what it does. Tension straps undone. There you go. Now you will find this, as I said, on the front loader tools. And it is right there. So options on this, we've got telehandler, front loader. Tension belts, yes or no. They are invisible. Main colour does the main frame. All of that. Design colour does the colour of the decal. The frame there. Grapple decal does the colour of the decal on the grapple at the top. And then the final design colour does the decal down the side there. So you've got some options for adjusting all of that. There you go. There's M44 SR fork. Next, we've got the Maxi tool pack by FredModding NicoPix 51.79 megabytes download. There are 24 items in this pack. I haven't got them all out actually. I've only got one out. Under front loader tools, telehandler forks, or say forks, should I say? Telehandler or front loader JCB Q-fit. We've then got here bale grapple. We've got a 2-finger or a 4-finger. Again, telehandler front loader, JCB Q-fit. Back again. We have got the Magsi bale wrap, telehandler front loader, JCB Q-fit. If we then go to telehandler tools, we have got under here forks, bale grabber, same as the other one. That's a 2-finger, 4-finger. And then the same options again. Bale wrap, grab, that's the same as the ones on the front loader, but we have got these now. So oxy-claw option, finger claw option, cap option, puts a bit on the top there. Counter blade, puts a little blade on the bottom there. Cheeks option, puts side bits on. Telehandler, JCB Q-fit. It doesn't have the front loader option. A larger bale fork, there. Telehandler, JCB Q-fit. Then we've got the silage fork, 8,000 litre. That is a wheel loader option. Then we've got the grapple fork, 1,760 litres. Sort of thing I used to use and sometimes will use for doing logging. I preferred that for picking up big logs than log forks sometimes. That's all under telehandler. If we come to wheel loader tools, we then come to here. We've got the shovel, 3,300. We've got the blade bit on the front there, like so, for getting through big old rocks and stuff. Silage fork, 8,000 litres. We've got pallet forks, just wheel loader. We've got the log fork, just wheel loader. So manure grab, just there, 3,000 litre. Then we got the manure fork, 2,000 litre. Then we got wheel loader shovel, spill claw, counter blade on there, yes or no. We've got this one here, the wheel loader shovel spill, 3,500 litres. What changed on that? Counter blade, yes or no? That didn't actually take it on or off. It stayed there. And then we've got the grapple bucket, counter blade, yes or no. Cheeks option, yes or no, 4,000 litre. If we come from there, that was all of those. We've then got under, was it levelers? Under levelers, push off forks. So if we're doing silage clamps, so 3,000 litre capacity, and when you get to where you're going, you can push the stuff off the front. Push off fork, slightly larger, 3,000. That was, hang on a minute, that was 3,000. That one's 3,000. What was the difference in those? Can't tell. There's going to be something. Is it width? Anywho, all the slot counts there because I haven't got any of these out. So if you're looking at, you can pause at any point and have a look down. It will tell you what the slot counts are. Then we've got the folding silage blade, which you can unfold and use for pushing up, leveling, that kind of thing. If we come down from there, I don't think we had anything under. Oh, what was it under? I've got some notes. Weights, FL, leveler. Oh, bale. Where are we? Bale transport. Just there. We got this. So 3-point or hydraulic configuration. I mean, it's 3-point anyway. Main colour, design colour. Bale spike folds down, so you've got a double bale spike 3-point link. And then I think finally, if we come down to our weights, at the bottom here, we've got 4 different weights. So this one, 600, 900, 1200, back again. With bumper, yes or no? I've got one of these out because I was curious. Then you got John Deere logo, yes or no? It says John Deere. I mean, it just puts yellow on there, I think. It doesn't actually put a John Deere logo on it. Anywho, so this one, same options, but at the top we've got 900, 1200, 1500. And then this one here is 1200, 1500, 1800. Then we've got this one, 1500, 1800, 2100. And back again with the same options, bumper, logo, and we can change the main colour as well if you want to. For anything you feel like. I think that, is that all 24? I hope I haven't missed anything. Apologies if I have. So what I did get out was the weight. Because I was curious to see if all the other stuff is fairly straightforward. Buckets open and close. You know, silage forks do the thing. You know, they all do. But this one seemed a bit, there were some strange bits for this. So on one of the weights, if we go L1, unfold weight opens up the top there. I can lower the weight down. We've also got the option for manual adjustment up and down, so I can do it to whatever point I want. But there is the automatic raise and lower. And then we've got right stick side to side brings those out, as you can see. Now, we've got lights on them, and I thought the bottom bits were indicators, but nothing's working on the indicators for those, so I'm assuming they're just reflectors down the bottom bit. Turn the lights off. The other thing I wanted to double check as well was, do we have the option for putting a, I don't think we have the option for a chainsaw. I think it just opens and closes for the look of the thing. So there we go. That is the Magsi tool pack. Quite a lot going on there. Next over here we have got the Lizard Straw Transport Trailer by CALERUEGA Design. 13.82 megabytes download and 6 slots. Now this only does square bales, it doesn't do round bales, only square. Got 32 bales I think it is on there. So this you'll find under your bale transports, and it's just there. So options on this, auto load yes or no. You don't have to have it auto load if you don't want to. We'll put it on yes. Extension on at the front. Headache rack, yes or no, basically. Stickers on the side, reflective tape, yellow or white. We've got attacher medium, attacher short, then we've got XL, L, back to medium. So if you want plenty of length on that, you can adjust that if you want to. We've got design colour, which is fairly straightforward, and rim colour on there as well. And license plate. I often forget to mention the license plates, but they are on there. So we do have the option on this for changing work mode. You've got flatbed, and then you've got ground. Now this is for picking bales up. I'm going to put it on flatbed for the time being. Let's put it in operating position. That should work now. So if I do unload bales, I can move it my bales left, right, up and down, like that. Then L1, R1 and right stick up and down, moves them forwards and backwards. So if I do that, unloads here, drops onto the floor, job done. Now, with it on work mode flatbed, you have to get very, very close up to the bales if you want to be able to pick them up automatically. If you want to pick them up from the ground, you want to change it to work mode ground. Then if I do stop unloading and then operating position, I'm a long way away from it, but it'll pick them all up. So if you're finding you're driving up next to the bales and it's not picking them up, you might need to change it from flatbed to ground. Once it's on ground, you then got the option. And again, these are ethereal. They have no mass to them, no weight. When you can corner at speed and the trailer won't wobble about to do anything. But if we now unload bales here, they now have weight. And when we put tension straps on now, the tension straps will go over the top until you've loaded them onto the trailer, in inverted commas. If you do the tension straps will go under the bales, and they'll go across the trailer. Now it's got weight to it, so turning at speed you have to be a little bit more careful, and that's it really. That's fairly straightforward on that. There you go. Next we have got these. This is actually these. This is the FarmTech TDK 1500 FCS by WOLFex Modding. 26.43 megabytes download, 6 slots. And then we've got a forest version, which is 11 slots. Now, what's curious about this is that I've done in the silage configuration. That one, the configuration says communal. I thought, oh, that's curious. I wonder what that does. Be darned if I know. And then we've got the forest version, which has got some really cool options actually for just log sides. Log sides with this, so if you're doing smaller stuff, brush, small logs, they don't fall out through the gaps. You've got a side and a double side, you'll see in a minute. Obviously, we've got a crane on there too, which is kind of handy. We'll do the forest one first since we're down that way already. So we come to our wood transport. There it is, 22 grand. Not too expensive actually. So you've got a forest like that, fairly standard. Forest 2 with one side, Forest 3 with another side. Doesn't necessarily have a capacity, but it does stop small stuff falling out through the gaps. We've then got Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, back again. There are a couple of different options within all of those. Again, I'm not going through all the tyre options, but there are tyre choices for you to have a look at. We've got support at the front. We've got old and new, which puts a galvanised bit on there. Accessories, we've got protection on the side, toolbox, or back to standard. Fenders, we've got rear fender, both fenders, or off again. Decals, we've got old and new. That's more relevant if you've got the sides on. So we go Forest 2. Then you see the decal. And this is the same on the other trailer as well. So there's our new, there's our old. Then you've got chassis colour, main colour, and rim colour option with the license plate option on there as well. We come out of there and we come up to our trailers. And you'll find it just there. So there's the standard version at 17 grand. So we've got capacity 7,000 litres, 14,000 litres, 21,000 litres, then silage. So I got the silage version because I always double check, will that only do forage crops or will it do everything? It's always, you know, good to know if you're going to be choosing them. Then you've got communal, which is 14,000 litres. But I don't, yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's a bit odd. You've got bale trailer, then back to capacity again. So, if we look down at our options then, we've got same options of tyres, Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, back again. I didn't show the Continental, so standard, wide, back again. Again with the support, old or new. Accessories, protection, toolbox, back again. Ladder on this one, we've got ladder normal, which just puts rungs on. Aluminium or platform. We've then got fenders, same thing. Triangle on the back, this one has an option for that. So we've got yes or no on our triangle. We've got grid at the front, so at the moment it's solid. Grid yes or no. We've then got decals, old and new. Chassis, main colour, rim colour, license plate option on there too. Now, the problem I've encountered is that these will not fill up from a silo. I can't get them to fill up from a buy anything silo, so I haven't been able to check to see what you can put in them. I don't know whether that will just do for it because it won't. I cannot get it to fill up, which is a curiosity. What we'll do though, first of all, is the login tray at the back. They all have tension straps as well, which is also a curiosity. So we are on the rear one. Start the engine. So we've got our crane up, down, side to side, fairly standard crane operations. In, out, shake it all about, rotate the head, and open and close the claw. Now, if we come to this, we can actually enter the vehicle, but that's the only view you've got. If I press to change camera angle, there's no exterior, there's no third person, it's just that. So that's the only view you get if you go into the crane itself. But like I say, I do like this version, pretty cool. If we do this and then we'll fold the tipper, that'll put that away, that puts the support legs away, and then we're good to drive away and do whatever we're going to do with that. So what we'll now do is disconnect that. So these two trailers, whether it's front or rear, we have got the option for Grain door, left, right, back for our unload. As you can see, oh, there was an option. That's a point. Maybe I just picked the wrong one to show you. But if I go to the rear one, we do have the option to. There's one for cover. There was on the communal. There was an option for a cover, but there was no cover colour option. It comes just like that. And like I say, just to you know, like I say, I'm not. There's any reason why I would be fibbing. Why would I lie about such a thing? It would seem a bit weird, but you watch it work now. That start filling is for the tractor. That's for fuel. So yeah, come on to that. Nothing. Same with the rear one. Nothing. No option. So yeah, not sure about that. Maybe it will get an update. Maybe it'd be weird if it can only be filled with buckets and stuff. Because if you've got stuff stored in silos and you want to get them out, maybe it's just buy anything silos it won't work with. I don't know. But anyway, it's a bit of a curiosity that it's not. But anyway, I keep saying but anyway. I do apologise. There we go. That's the FarmTech TDK 1500 FCS. Next we've got this, the Fendt 900 Vario. This is by RedGuideGamer. 13.22 megabytes download and 17 slots. You will find this under large tractors. All the next ones are. So it is just there. We have got 296 horsepower, 326 horsepower, 355, 385, 415. We then got wheel brand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Big AT, Vredestein, Knockin and back. Now, not all of the tyre companies have a narrow version. Some do, some don't. I'll show you on the Trelleborgs. So we got wheel weights, wides, wide and weights, narrow twins, rear twin, twin, back to standard. I think Michelin had the same. If we go backwards, twins, rear twins, narrows. Which one didn't? Was it Continental? Yeah, there you go. So if we go backwards, we've got twin wheels, rear twins, wheel weights, standard, doesn't have wides. The Mitas, yep, again, that one has got twins, rear twins, wides and weights, wides, then back to wheel weights, then standard, but doesn't have narrows either. So again, you can go through, you'll find a manufacturer and you'll find the tyre choice you like. Design line, yes or no, which has the chromy shiny bits on. We've got Black Beauty version, yes or no, if you want the Black Beauty version. You've got rear fenders. We've got narrow with warning sign, extra wide with warning sign, back to narrow. Working lights, this is quite cool on the front. Between the lights on the front of the top of the cab, you've got working lights, adds an extra 4 lights on there, which I quite like. Window stickers, we've got Fendt front, Fendt rear, Fendt both, if you want front and rear stickers. If you're a real Fendt aficionado fan, proving to the world, the fact you're driving a Fendt would kind of give that away. Main colour, does all of that. Roof colour, does the roof. Fenders, if you want to change the colour of those as well, you can. Rim colour, license plate option on there too. So, it does sound very nice. Beacons, I like the lights. Pretty cool. So it starts with those ones. It's almost like side lights, and then all the main ones come on. So, lot of lighting on there. Very cool. We don't have doors or windows that open on this, but we do have coming cab. Nice made and detailed. We do have changed driving direction. Steering wheel in the face. Eating steering wheel. So accelerate, brake, reverse. So yeah, that again, it's say fairly commonplace. And again, with the decals, it's going to depend. Actually, it's not too bad the vision there. It looks worse on the outside than it does on the inside. And then change direction back. There you have it, the Fendt 900 Vario, which brings you on to the last of the mods. Apologies for the delay in this. It's a busy old time, as it always is. We've got this, the BigBud Series 4 by Classic American Icons Modding, Ballo 2003, 63.03 megabytes download, 17 slots and 14 slots. We have had from Classic American Icons Modding the Series 1s, 2s and 3s. This is the Series 4s. Now, for your lay person, getting a BigBud, it's cool with loads of detail. Look, we've got a BigBud. If you're a BigBud aficionado, these guys have done all the bells and whistles across the Series 1, 2, 3 and now the Series 4. There'll be all the intricate details, like I say, if you're really into your BigBuds, You might have been desperately waiting for a Series 4 because your farm might have always run one, and you think, I really, really want, and that's what these guys do. And they do it really well. They're very cool mods. So these are also under large tractors, and we will start with the 450. So 450 horsepower. We've then got 370 horsepower, the 370 blue. I love the fact everything changes. Keep an eye on the tractor. The 370 standard. We've then got the 400. So the engines change, the exhaust change, the intake stacks, all sorts. 440, 450 V8, 500 horsepower, 500 horsepower V12. I think I got one of those out. I was curious to see what it sounded like. And then I think we're back to the 450 again, aren't we? Yes, we are back to 450. We've got Lizard, BKT, Trelleborg, Continental, Michelin, Mitas, Vredstein, back to Lizard. Again, with these, I'm not going through all of the tyre choices. There are loads. And once you think you're done, like for example, standard, twin, it says standard, but that's changed the tyre size. Standard, twin, again, standard, twin. We go through, then triples. So find your tyre, the company you might like, go through. Some have triples, some don't. Some just have doubles. Some are bigger diameters, some are narrower. Try and find, there goes. So Trelleborg's quite big there. Twins, standard. Again, we go smaller with the twins, up again. Do we have triples on this? I can't remember. I think we're back to standard again, aren't we? Yeah, so there we go, triples. Just keep going through, you'll find something. Got original design, custom black livery, tan, silver, olive, back to original. Safety equipment, we've got beacon lights, we've got warning triangle, fire extinguisher, then combinations of, and if you want all of them, go right to the end and you can have all of those options. GPS system, you've got GPSs, you've got cedar control unit, CB radio, and again, combinations of until you get to the end, you've got all if you want all of them. Rim colour, standard, original, or black. We've got flag, Murica, Canada, and Australia. Tinted glass, yes or no. We've got license plate, yes or no. So a lot going on with all the different horsepowers. If we go to the 740, this is just 700. I say just 740 horsepower. Which, to be fair, 354 grand, not bad at all. So we've got again with this BKT, Michelin, Lizard, Trelleborg, Continental, Mitas, Vredstein, back to BKT. I'll show you one here. Again, twin, standard, standard, twin, standard, twin, standard. Again, do we get triples on this? I think we might do at some point. It might be these. Anyway, there are triples somewhere along the line, but there's a whole load to choose from in all the different options. Early and late version. So again, that changes from that to that, which is rather cool. Body colour, it's all the same options that were there before on the other one. Safety equipment the same. Engine colour is different though. We can have original, yellow, black, desert tan, back to original. GPS system and all those options are the same. Rim colour the same. Flag options are the same. Tinted glass and license plate option are the same. So let's go in this one. So this is the which was the 450. This is the 500 V12. So there's our lights. I didn't go for a beacon on this one. Indicators are on the top of the cab, he says. Why is that not indicating? That's curious. Oh, they're only on the front, not on the back as well. But we do have the brake lights on here, right across the back. Big lights on the back there as well, which is rather cool. So we then have, where are we? R1, right stick side does the door. Nice sound effects. Then L1, R1 and left stick side. If you need to do some repairs, you probably want to jump out quite quickly. That's cool. Raise the cab, you can get to the gearbox, transmission, engine. Interior, as BigBuds generally are, visibility is not always great. Big thick supports and stuff like that. They are making the new version, aren't they? So this is the V12. Gets up to 20 mile an hour quite quickly. Doesn't hang about. We jump across to the 740. I went for the desert tan in that. I thought it looked quite cool. And you can definitely hear a difference in the engine though. Looks different, sounds different, different stacks. Went for a beacon on that one. Interior. Did I go for all the stuff in this? I think I might have done. GPS's CB radio, all that kind of stuff. But the options are the same for our door opening and closing. Then L1, R1, left 6 side for repair, maintenance. More guttural. More agricultural. Oh, I managed to knock the cruise controls down. And there you have it. So if you're in the market for a Series 4, there you go. The BigBud Series 4. That's it for the mods. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.